Hi, my name is Sharon, and I just got back from Egypt on a short-term missions trip. I never intended to go to Egypt. I knew that we had a trip going from Black Rock, but I didn't know that there would be sewing involved, and that's kind of how I got connected. I kept saying to the Lord, I don't know how I'm going to do over there with the heat, and maybe I'm too old to do something like this. But God spoke to me and said, you trust me about everything, Sharon. How can you not trust me that I'm going to be with you in Egypt? God wanted me to go, and he was going to take care of me. And so I'm very glad that I did. So we were invited by one of our global partners to come to Egypt, specifically to teach a trade, and that trade was sewing. I've been sewing since I was in 6th grade, so I thought, oh, this is wonderful. I love sewing. But I was a little concerned about whether or not I could relate to them. I don't know their language, even though I knew that we were going to have interpreters. You know, there's a lot of details from the very beginning of even knowing how a machine works. I just wanted God to use me by my smile, by the love, and he did. These women responded to my giving them attention one-on-one when it came to things that they needed help with sewing. They needed a little help with just making things look a little bit better in order to sell them. They caught on very quickly. They were intuitive even on things that we never even showed them. And they learned to make a pincushion, a pair of pants that were elastic waist, and they made a skirt. We did that all in less than 4 days. They were so willing. They wanted so badly to learn because they needed to help support their families. Working in a sewing factory, or working with their small businesses that need people that can sew, or people that have learned how to cut fabric. On graduation day, they got certificates. They were so proud of them. And they were told that they could take that certificate when they're looking for work, showing that they had taken a sewing class. And so they came dressed very nicely in their very best clothes, maybe the only thing they had. But then we visited some homes. They live in a way that I couldn't even imagine. They lived in these places, maybe 2 or 3 families in this apartment, and it should only have 1. They couldn't go outside because it wasn't safe, so they were in this dark, dusty apartment. And they were it was more than that they were sad. They were blank. They had blank faces on them. I couldn't get them to give any kind of a smile or anything. So you wonder whether or not you can really accomplish much in a short amount of time. But God proved that it can happen. I just invite you to think about going on a missions trip next year. And we would love to see you there.